Hello and welcome back, and in this video we are going to be creating our UI. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go back to our first. Let's create controls. So let's go ahead and add a new file, and we are going to be creating a modifier. So let's create a this Neomorphic shadow modifier that's going to give us this shadow effect. So we're gonna simply call this one Neomorphic shadow. Okay, and here we're gonna create SwiftUI or import SwiftUI struct Neomorphic shadow view modifier, and this actually takes one function called body. This is where you get your content, and you can apply any sort of modifiers on the top of that. So we're going to use color, and we're going to say color dot grayish. So if you remember, in the last video we actually created these other colors like base, grayish, greenish, and dark shadow. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use them. So I'm gonna use grayish dot opacity 0.1 with radius as 4, and x value is -5 and y value is -5. Okay, or we can actually even get it like to 5 radius to keep it consistent. I'm going to create another copy for this shadow, and this one the color is going to be dark shadow. Okay, opacity is going to be a little bit high, so like 0.2, and this is going to be x and y 5. Okay, now let's create an extension to provide this modifier as an access for, like, as a dot operator access for this modifier. So we're going to simply say func Neomorphic shadow return self dot modifier Neomorphic shadow, like that. Okay, so this gives us basically our Neomorphic shadow, and then we're gonna create our second control, which is going to be our line graph. So let's get all of that out of the way. So line graph, and here we're gonna once again import from SwiftUI struct line graph, and it's gonna be a shape. And basically we're gonna have first of all data points, and there's gonna be path in rect cg path, and this is going to return a path. Okay, and we're also going to have a helper function. So private func point, and this point is going to be at a location. So we're going to print it at a location, or create a point at a location in rect cg rect. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a point basically from data points at index, basically whatever index is being passed in, and we're going to create x and y values. So we're going to say x is going to be double. So we're going to compute this with by taking rect dot width times double value of that index, divide that by double value of data points dot count -1. That's going to give us x location, and similarly we're going to compute y. So we're going to say 1 minus point times double rect dot height and we're going to return this as CG point with X and Y values. Okay. And we should be returning something here, and that something is CG point, like so. All right, so let's go ahead and use this. So we're gonna create path in, and here we're gonna first check guard statement, check data points. So data points dot count is greater than 1, else we're gonna return from here. And then we're gonna create our start point. So we're gonna simply say data point at 0, and you're gonna move path.move to that point. So CG point, and this point X location is gonna be 0, and Y is gonna be computed according to the height. So 1 minus start. All right. Start times double rect.height. Okay, and then once we have our point moved to the start location, we're gonna iterate over each index in data point dot indices, and we are simply gonna say path dot add line to, and this is where we're gonna use our point function, and we're gonna say at index in rect. Let's go ahead and try to build it, and right, build failed for some reason. Why? Okay, so line graph shape, we have our double. It takes path. Let's see what it's saying. Do you want a stub? All right, so let me go ahead and move this here. All right, let's try this. Okay, must be some spelling mistake. Okay, anyways, so that actually brings us basically to the point where we can start creating our views. So let's go ahead and first create a graph view. So I'm going to create a graph view, and this time we're going to select SwiftUI template, graph view. Okay, and this graph view is going to have, first of all, a state property. So we want to see, like, if we want to animate or not. So that's where we can actually give it a control by creating state property private var on. By default is going to be false, so it should not animate, and we're going to animate it like on appear. And then we're going to need a couple more things. We're going to need data. It's going to be double array, and stroke color of type color dot blue we can give it, but you can actually change this color depending upon the trend. For example, like it's red right now, you can actually give it a red color, so you can even parameterize that. That's why we created it as a variable. We're gonna create vstack next of line graph, and this line graph is going to take data points, so we're going to use data for that. And in order to animate this, we're going to use trim function 2, and it's going to be, if on is true, going to trim it to 1, otherwise 0. Okay, other things we're going to set is going to be stroke, which is going to have a stroke color, and line width is gonna be 2 points. Gonna also give it aspect ratio, and you can actually create an aspect ratio like this. So the graph view is all right, let me check this out. Okay, so the aspect ratio, you can actually apply 16 by 9 for the ratio and content aspect fit. We're also gonna give it a border, and this border is gonna be color.base color with width as 1. Let's add some padding, and on appear we're gonna give this an animation, so we're gonna simply say on appear, and in this closure we're gonna say with animation. And here let's take out this guy because we don't need that, and we're simply gonna say self.on.toggle, and let's give it animation. Come on, animation dot ease in out, duration 2 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and format this, selecting everything, and control I is going to format, and this is your entire graph view, this graph that we're gonna have. Okay, next up is the coin cell itself. So let's go ahead and create a coin cell. So coin cell. All right, and this one, let me take this preview out, and let's create some variables. So we're gonna have our coin view model. Gonna have a couple of private properties. So private let positive change color dot greenish, and private let negative change color is gonna be color dot red. Okay, we're also gonna have some state properties. So state var show graph and state selected item is gonna be coin view model. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna need that one. Well, we'll see. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? We probably might not need this one because I was actually planning to put this in there as a reminder for you guys. If you want to create a detail, then you can have, like, a selected item, and then sort of like, pop a modal that shows the graph instead of expanding it. You can actually do that. So I was going to do that, but I think we're probably not gonna need it. In case if you want to handle it, let me explain to you the scenario. So what you can build is a pop-up model that actually, whenever you click on it, you have selected item, and you actually pop up a modal that actually shows the graph and other details about that coin. So that can be another way of displaying the graph. Anyways, we're gonna proceed with our VStack, and let's give it a spacing 0. Then we're gonna create our edge stack, and here let's first get the icon. So for the coin icon, what I've done, like I told you guys, I've actually downloaded these assets, so I'm gonna include them. So let me go ahead and to the app, and this is where I'm gonna basically bring those. So we are going to need ADA, Okay, and next up is going to be BCH. I've just simply downloaded them from the internet, so you go ahead and do that too, or you can use the service itself that actually returns as these icons as a URL response. CRO, and you have Ethereum. By the way, I'm going to be uploading source code very soon, so you're going to get these icons in the source code as well, if in case you need to use that. Okay, a couple more. USDT, and it's going to be XRP. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and count. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in total. Okay, awesome. So let's go back to our coin cell, and in the coin cell we can actually use these as an image. So we're simply going to say coin dot symbol. Okay, and that's going to basically fetch the image, going to make it resizable, give it a frame. Width is going to be 60 and height is going to be 60. Going to give it a padding of about 2 points. Going to give it a background, and background is going to be coin.color. Corner radius about 30 points. All right. Then comes our VStack, which has an alignment of leading, and it's this guy right here. So we can have coin name. Okay, with foreground color as color.grayish, and text, which is going to be a formatted text. So let me put a string formatter. Format is going to be %at, and we're going to allow 2 decimal, so 0.02 decimal. Okay, and we're going to simply say coin.change, and if the change is greater than 0.0, we're going to show plus symbol. Otherwise we're going to show an empty, because negative values have negative symbol included as a part of response. Next value is going to be coin.change. Okay, so the name and the change, right? Those 2 values we're going to show, and the foreground color is going to be coin.change greater than 0.0. If it's greater than that, then positive color change, otherwise negative color change. Okay, let's put a spacer here, and in below the spacer we're gonna have a VStack, which is gonna have a text coin dot formatted price with foreground color dot grayish. Okay, and then we're gonna apply our neomorphic shadow, give some padding, give it a background, and this background is basically this symbol name that we have created. So I'm gonna actually give it that one. Let's see what. Okay, yeah, that's okay. It's basically complaining because we don't have anything for the background, so we're gonna simply create text coin.symbol dot uppercased dot font, and we're gonna use system font of size 65 with rotation effect of degrees minus 45 with foreground color as color dot dark shadow. Opacity as 0.1 with Neomorphic shadow, and offset of about 100 points on x-axis. Okay, let's go ahead and format this. Now we're gonna use another background to color, to give it a base color with corner radius about 20 points and padding. We're also gonna give this on tap gesture, where we're gonna show graph and we're gonna toggle that. Okay, let's format it again. And below this, we are going to simply say if self dot show graph, then we're gonna have graph view with data as coin dot history dot frame. As you can see, now it's mostly, because we have done all the work that we needed to do to compute all these values, is mostly about setting these values within our view. So it has made the effort minimal. Okay, so with that, actually, I think everything else is ready. So let's go ahead and go into our content view and put some code in our content view. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to observe the coin list view model. So observed object private var view model coin list view model. Okay, we're also going to create init because we are using a list, so we want to reset some of the formatting styles. So list is backed by UI table view, so we're going to set its appearance. So for example, separator style, and UI table view dot appearance dot background color is clear. UI table view cell dot appearance, it also has appearance object, and background color for that one is going to be clear too. And UI table view cell dot appearance dot selection style is going to be none. Now we're also going to call view models dot get coins here, and within our body we're going to create a z stack with alignment as top, and color is going to be the base color, that's going to be the background. Then we can have our list, this list is going to have a v-stack. Within this v-stack, we're gonna give this v-stack an alignment of center. Gonna give it a text, and this is this text right here. I'm gonna call this CoinTracker dot font, and font is going to be large title. Foreground color is going to be white. Padding is going to be top 50 points, and Neomorphic shadow. Okay, we format this once again, and then for each we're gonna basically apply for each on vm.coins. So we're gonna get each coin and we're gonna say coin in, and here we can simply call our coin cell and supply the coin with Neomorphic shadow as one of the modifier. Okay, we want to make sure that our Z stack has edges ignoring safe area. Okay, let me see what we missed. So we have observed object private var VM. Okay, and I think this should be okay. Let's go ahead and build it. Cannot convert. Okay, so let's check out our view model first. And our view model should be identifiable. So let's go ahead and, is it coins? Oh yeah, okay, that was my bad. That's why. Oh yeah, this is coins. Okay, because coin is not there. Okay, so let's do dot edges ignoring safe area all. Okay, and with that we are actually done. So let's go ahead and build it and see if everything that we have coded for is actually working. Okay, so it's gonna take a few minutes to build, and then basically we're gonna see our results. In the meantime, I want to say, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel, and we upload new content every week. So it's gonna give you basically access to a notification about, like, whenever you get whenever we actually publish new articles, new videos, you get direct access to that and notifications. So all right, there we go. We have our CoinTracker working, and there our graph is, and this is what our graph looks like. As you can see, it's working perfect. We have all the coins showing up with their tracking information, and there's our history graph, as you can see right here. Okay, so yeah, this is it for this video series. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in another series next week. Okay, so thank you.